Could Thanos be making his return to the MCU? How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Multiverse, and Thanos could be returning to the big screen, but not the Thanos that you know. Not the Thanos from Avengers Infinity War, and not either of the Thanoses from Avengers Endgame. But we could possibly see a young Thanos in the MCU. That's right, a Thanos in the past. We all know that the Eternals movie is going to take place many years before the Infinity Saga. And according to some reports, Thanos could possibly appear in the Eternals movie, maybe in the form of a flashback. Before we get into it, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on everything. So, if you didn't know, Thanos himself is actually an Eternal. His parents were two Eternals, Alars, who was mentioned in Avengers Endgame by Red Skull, and Sui-San. The Eternals and their cousins, the Deviants, were created by the Celestials, cosmic gods. And although Thanos is technically an Eternal because he was born of two Eternals, he inherited the Deviant gene, which is why he is purple. But the Eternals movie is obviously going to introduce the Eternals and talk about their history. And let's not forget what is a part of their history, their home planet of Titan, which of course we know is now dead. Thanos explains in Avengers Infinity War how he tried to save his home planet and his people, but failed. Now, obviously, that is a huge part of the Eternals' history, their home planet being destroyed. And if the Eternals movie is going to introduce the race of the Eternals and the Deviants, Thanos is probably somewhere in that history. Because, after all, the Eternals are the ones who labeled Thanos the Mad Titan. Thanos tried to save his race with a proposal of mass genocide, randomly killing half of the population of the Eternals so that the rest of them could survive with enough resources. Of course, obviously, they denied this in their home planet and most of their people died. Then from there, Thanos made it his own personal mission to go out and balance the universe, essentially going planet to planet with his armies and killing half of the population of each planet he went to. This was a very long and very major event of the whole entire universe. So the story of Thanos and his attempt to try and balance the universe will most likely be explored a little bit in the Eternals, even if it's just with flashbacks. But there is also a report that says an Annihilation movie is coming as well. This comes from WeGotThisCovered.com, who claims to have a source that tells them that a young Thanos is going to be featured in the Eternals and an Annihilation movie is coming. This is apparently the same source that told them that Taskmaster is going to be the villain of Black Widow and that Robert Pattinson is going to be the new Batman, both of which ended up being true. This comes as little to no surprise as Thanos was a pretty big part of the Annihilation saga. And if this report ends up being true, depending on the route that they would take the Annihilation movie, we could see a good Thanos. A younger Thanos who has not yet lost his home planet and his people. A Thanos before he had all of his armies and was attempting to kill half of the universe. This would definitely be an interesting take on Thanos and a very interesting storyline. We just saw Thanos kill half of our favorite heroes, half of the universe, and then we saw an even more brutal Thanos from 2014 in Avengers Endgame. So to go from seeing that Thanos to a younger, good version of Thanos would be quite interesting to watch. But what do you all think about this? Would you like to see a young Thanos pop up in the Eternals movie, and would you like to see a good version of Thanos? Be sure to comment down below with your thoughts. Again, don't forget to like this video, smash that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay up to date on everything in the Multiverse. This is Warren, and thank you all so much for joining me today at Multiverse.